our job during Elul is ishtadlus, to pull back the luchos into our hands and say, I want the Torah, Hashem. And that's called Teshuva. Teshuva means I want to reconnect. I want the Torah. And the only way I can reconnect is through following the Torah. During the year, we have become distanced from Hashem. We have become sometimes broken by challenges. These are the challenges. But we want the Torah. Ani ledoidi v'doidi, I am to my beloved as my beloved is to me, means I want to come back to Breshis bara Elokim es hashamayim es haaretz. I want to come back to you created the heaven and the earth. And I want to be part of that plan. When the Gemara, the Mishnah says that we passed before Hashem, kivnei maron, referred to in Nisana Tokef, as we passed before Hashem like sheep, single file. Hashem is taking us in his hand and saying, what do you have to say? What is your Breshis bara Elokim? You may have been distanced from me with sovavohu, consternation, difficulties, confusion, disconnect. But I take you in my hand. Din means Hashem loves us. Din does not mean something that we should be afraid of. We should be in awe of Din, not afraid of Din. I'm in awe that Hashem picks each of us up, single file, and says, Ziz, what do you want? What do you want to say about my world? How are you going to contribute to my world? That's Din. Din means Hashem cares. He wants to hear from us. He comes down every year and says, I want to judge. I want to know. I want to be part of your life. Do you want to be part of my life? Hashem picks us up. Our answer is the shofar. We blow the shofar. Hashem breathes the breath into us and we declare him as king. That's our answer. Our response, it's a dynamic relationship. Hashem takes us in his hand and says, what do you want? And I answer and I say, I want to be part of your tkiyah. I want to be part of your world. I want to make a contribution to your world. I want to count. Yes, I've had this. But I want this. I want to come back. I want to make a contribution. And I can make a contribution. Because Hashem believes in you. He breathed into you himself, which means, yes, you can. You have Hashem's strength within you. You have an neshama of Hashem within you. You have a tzelem Elokim, an image of God, a potential to achieve greatness. It's our job to actualize that. What the pasuk says in the Torah, when the pasuk says in Perek Aleph 26, Hashem says, "Na'aseh Adam b'tzalmenu kidmusinu." Let us make man in our image and in our form. Hashem says, "Let us make man in our image and in our form." But in pasuk 27, Hashem says, "Vayivra Hashem Elokim es Adam b'tzalmo b'tzelem Elokim bara oso zachar nekiva bara osam." When God created man, He created man only b'tzelem Elokim. He planned to make Hashem. Hashem planned to make man. Nas Adam b'tzalmenu kidmusinu, in our form and in our image. B'tzalmenu means our image. Kidmusinu, in our form. But when it came to actual creating us, the next pasuk says, "Va'ivra Elokim es Adam b'tzalmo," in His image. B'tzalem Elokim bara oso, in the image of God He created him. Zachar u'nekeva bara osam, male and female He created them. Asks the Welt, what happened to the words D'musenu? Hashem said He wanted to create us in His image and in His form. Hashem said He wanted to create us in His image and in His form, but He only created us in His image. Why? What happened to the form? D'musenu, says the Alter Slobodka, means domelo, to be like God. The potential to be like God is tzelem Elokim. Tzelem means the image of God, the vision, the first tkiyah. But the second tkiyah is up to us. The first tkiyah is our image, is our dream, is our envisioning ourselves to be in the potential to be like God. B'tselem Elokim. Na'aseh Elokim, na'aseh Adam b'tsalmenu, kidmusenu, in our image and in our form. But when God actually created us, he only created us in his image and not in his form. Why? Says the Altos of Vodka, because domelo, to be like him, that's up to us. That's our effort. That's ani ledodi v'dodi li. That's the tkiyah shofar. That's our effort and our plan. So therefore, we have to be like God. Lis damos lekono, to walk in his ways. Mahu rachum af ata hayerachum. He is merciful, you should be merciful. Mahu kadosh af ata hayekodosh. He is holy, you should be holy. The Gemara in Shabbos, page 133b, says, Zeh keli ve'anvehu, this is my God, and I will glorify him. I will beautify God. How do you beautify God? The word ve'anvehu, beautify, says Rashi, is made up of two words, ani v'hu. Anvehu, glorify him. How? Ani v'hu, being like God. By being compassionate like God, giving like God, patient like God. And that's why we say during Slichos, before Rosh Hashanah, and after Rosh Hashanah until Yom Kippur, and on Yom Kippur at Kol Nidrei night, and Ne'ilah, non-stop, about 20 times or more, we say Hashem, Hashem, Yarachum v'chanun, Erech Apayim, Rav Chesed v'yemes, No Tzor Chesed la'alafim, No Seyavon v'fesha v'chata v'na'akei. These are the 13 attributes of Hashem. And Hashem blew from himself into each of us one or two of those midos. Which one are you? Are you Hashem, Hashem? Is that your strongest attribute? That God blew into you? Is it consistency, Hashem, Hashem? Is it kale, leadership? Is it rachum, compassion? Chanun, empathy and sensitivity? Erech apayim, patience, laid back, relaxed? Rav Chesed, is it giving? MS, honesty and integrity? No se avon v'pesha v'chata, forgiving? Benakei, resilience. I'll say them again. Which one is you? Which one do you identify with as your strongest attribute that God blew into you? That's when Hashem blew into you the tkiyah. He blew into you an image of God, a potential, and we struggle with it in the second part of our lives, the second week, during the week. Can I actualize that part of me? You gave me Hashem, Hashem, consistency, perseverance. You gave me kale, leadership. You gave me rachamim, rachum, compassion. Chanun, nurturing and sensitivity and empathy. Erech apayim, patience. Sometimes I'm not so patient. Sometimes I'm this. Not so patient. Rav Chesed, giving. Sometimes I'm not so giving. MS, honesty, that's this. Sometimes I'm not so honest. No Tzor Chesed, creativity, creative with ideas, with art, music, creative with family outings, creative with meals for my family, keep them happy and inspired. No Seyavon v'pesha v'chata, forgiving and forgiving. And sometimes I don't forgive. I hold on to resentments like this. I don't forgive. Vinakei, resilience. Sometimes I have no strength to be resilient. Sometimes I just want to give up and say, I can't. Hashem says, I gave you the potential. I gave you the Tselem Elokim, potential. It's your turn to dimusenu, to make it like me, to actualize it, to self-actualize, to say, I am determined, I am committed, I can be as great as I envisioned. Even though there have been moments when I have been so vavo v'choshech al pnei sahom, I have been dark and astonishingly empty, and dark and deeply hurt. I say to Hashem with my second tekiah, I can return to Bereshis Bara Elokim es Hashemayim es Haaretz. That's the second tekiah. May we all be zocha to lishmaya kol shofar, to hear the kol shofar, to experience the kol shofar, to make the kol shofar a personal, dynamic relationship with Hashem, to come closer to Hashem, to be children of Hashem, avinu, and servants of Hashem, malkeinu. Everyone should have a shana tova muvoreches, a good kibbutz jur, with health, safety, protection, self-fulfillment, self-actualization. So we all bring back the glory of Hashem to this world. We can each of us contribute to Bereshis Bara Elokim es Hashemayim es Haaretz. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, and each of us can say, I want to make my unique contribution to this world, to the Olam Hazeh, so that I can make a contribution to arrive in the fullness of time at full consciousness when I arrive in the Olam Haba.